Hello. Eh, Hello. Good morning. Habari ndugu zangu, dada zangu. How are you, my brothers and sisters? Good morning once more. Hey, how is everyone? Since we closed for Christmas and Boxing Day, I have really missed you. Let me hope that each and every one of you enjoyed the Christmas. And let me also hope that the Boxing Day was so nice. Let me hope that each and every one of us is peaceful and alive without any stress. And actually, the last 2 days have been so long to me because I have missed you so much. And actually, for me, it was not bad. We enjoyed. I stayed indoors with my family. We had what we had. We celebrated. And in fact, it was so nice and it was so peaceful until this morning of Friday. I feel that now it is high time once more to come to you and say hello and actually thank you so much for those who wished us Merry Christmas. I have so many friends from all over the globe, from all over the world, more so from USA and UK, all others who wished us. I really say thank you. Thank you so much. I really recognize you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hope that now we take over from there and actually we forge ahead so that we can continue sharing on our channel, Cohera Senior channel. For today, ladies and gentlemen, for the start, let me say that today's video is on adults only because I'm going to tell you so sensitive social life in our community here. Some kind of a life which tend to be sort of beliefs, but there are truths. So that is why I'm saying it is for only adults, and I urge my lovely ladies to keenly understand this, and also my fellow men, when they come to Africa and Korea, they have to be careful. And this is actually a kind of a lifestyle which is somehow complicated and mysterious. You see, in our community and in our culture, marriage is very official. When I have a son or a girl and there is engagement, there is all that time, that big time for both families to make enough investigations on the characters and the behaviors of the two families which wanted to marry. Characters, behaviors, and actually the whole system of lifestyle which surrounds the two families. Now you find that you always send spies. Spies come and spy about the girl's family, and those ones send spies and find all the negative negative factors which can cause maybe that courtship to stop. And if it is actually found that the behaviors are unbecoming, then that courtship is cancelled. But now here comes a time, ladies and gentlemen, in our community, since time memorial, there is no any girl who has never been married. They say whether the girl is ugly, whether the girl is what, she has to have a partner. So they normally get married. Let me now say that it happens that I, as a father, or Mr. Kohera, wants to marry, and maybe that is the kind of a woman God created for me. I have no option, but I have to marry that woman. But that woman, from her inheritance, from his generation, where she comes from, that family is a destroyer family. We call it a destroyer family because it is a family which, when you bring any seed, any daughter from that family, and that daughter is married to your family, then she comes and destroys your whole family. Such a woman is called in our community, in our Korean community, she is termed as a red-eyed woman. Red-eyed woman. A woman who has red eyes. And also a red thighs, you know. A red thigh woman. That she has red thighs. When I say red thighs, I don't mean brown, but her thighs are red in the sense that this woman is a killer. Once you marry that woman, that red-thighed woman, that red-eyed woman, the first thing which happens is that the husband dies. She comes, you get married to her, okay, you continue living normal without you realizing that this woman is a red-thighed woman. Then you start, maybe you sire some children, but a man does not go beyond 3 children. That man dies in between there. And because of her spirits, the spirits she's carrying in her body, you can do her nothing. She comes and influences that family. She comes and conquers each and everybody's mind. She becomes overall. But she is a red-thighed woman. Red-thighed means her thighs have killing spirits. Once you sleep, every man who sleeps with her dies. Even if the husband dies, their will, you know, there are some men, for example, in our community in Korea, there is that kind of women inheritance. If, for example, I die, and then I leave my wife alive, traditionally and culturally, this woman, especially when she is still young and she's continuing to sire children, she is not supposed to be friended by a man from outside my family. It is my step brother, it is my brother who follows me or who I follow. It is the same brother who will inherit that woman from me. He will come in and take over the responsibilities I have been doing when I was alive. And now he even his wife knows it is very official. He'll come serve, he will be sleeping in my wife's bed, he will be sleeping, he will be doing all sorts of works which I used to do. In the sense that because we share the same blood, we are not supposed to have foreign children from other men who are not our clan. The same blood has to remain. So this kind of children who my brother will sire from my wife will still behave like my really sons or daughters because we are of the same generation. So once this woman now, uh, once my brother takes over this woman, and you know they are very hard to identify until later stages. So when you know that this woman is a red-eyed woman or a red-eyed woman, later on, again my brother will die, and then another one will come. Then he will take, it not necessarily the brother from the same mother, blood brother, but even from my stepfathers, that surrounding, whoever calls her my in-law will still come in and inherit that woman. That man still will die. You find one woman killing almost 5 to 6 men of the same family. That is a red-eyed woman. And this is a woman also who has red eyes. Red eyes means her eyes are killer eyes. Not that they are red, but red eyes, spiritually, her eyes are killers. Her eyes are destroyers. In the sense that, for example, if a child is born in your family, and that child is very healthy, brown child, a very brown, healthy young baby, and this woman comes and looks at him with her eyes. I mean, her eyes, when the spirits of the killer eyes come, the eyes actually swell. The eyes actually swell. She feels like she is almost dying, and then she will come and see that child. Look, and she transfers the spirits to that child. And that child was looking at her. She behaves as if she is trying to make that child play with her. And then in the eyes, she drops those spirits to that young baby. Then after 2 to 3 days, the child, irritation all over the body, the child comes under, the child dies abruptly. That is a red-eyed woman in a family. This is the same woman who also, when there are young girls in that family, when there are young girls who have not been married in that family, it is believed, remember it is a social, it is a social lifestyle which is believed to be in my community. This red-eyed woman, uh, once the girl has reached the stage of puberty, you know what I mean, her breasts come out, her waist, and she starts actually her periods. This woman will make sure that she make a very proper timing until she gets the underpant of that young girl, which had her periods. Anything which her periods, she has to get her periods samples, that blood periods samples, and then she takes that periods, she takes her pant, she steals her pant, she makes sure that this is, I'm telling you, this is a spiritual woman. She makes sure she gets the hair of that young girl, and if possible, even the puberty hair. And then she puts all those, that pant and the samples of the periods together. She wraps together plus her hair. And then it is believed that she goes into the river after tying all those things from that young girl. And then she she drops that wrapped properties of that young girl. That is the hair, the underpant with the samples of blood, and if possible the pubic hair. And then she drops those things which had been wrapped together. She drops them in the water, and then that water takes on the falls, on the waterfall, where there is a waterfall, where rapids are. She drops those. So that thing is carried away too far, to wherever. It can go even up to the lake. Now, what will happen to this girl is that, okay, fine. She will get married, but she will never give birth. This red-eyed woman has created a permanent barrenness to that young girl. Should never give birth. She goes, she tries, she does what? And remember, in our culture, there is this belief that once something happens, you must go and consult the magicians. That is there in our culture. Magicians are there who tell you, who go and see what has happened. Remember, we are on our social lifestyle and culture. So there is a belief this magician will tell you the truth that, oh, this young girl has been married and she has finished 5 years, 10 years without a child. But this is what happened. There is a red-eyed woman in your home. Look, this woman took her samples and wrapped them in this. And this woman took these samples to the river, and she threw these samples to the waterfall, and the samples were taken away. So there is no way you are going to give birth. And that magician, the I don't know who, the teller, I don't know what that tellers say. So, oh, today you have now come. This is the same woman who killed the husband, and she starts now narrating the story. Uh, how many of your uncles have died? 5. Oh, this is the same woman. This is the red-eyed woman who has killed your father and your other 3 uncles. So, but you remember now that this woman is a kind of a very, very rooted spiritual woman, that you can do her nothing. So she has destroyed that young lady. She has killed the husbands. And this is what also happens to this this woman. When you say, I, Kohera, I have inherited her, and I have Sarah, but my brother died and I have inherited her, she will still go and tie me and take my private hair, even from the armpits. And she takes the samples of my semen, Then she puts them in a handkerchief. And you remember, if you know, we in Africa and Korea, the mother's house is always having a particular corner where my mother keeps drinking water, cold drinking water in a pot. In a pot. There is a special big pot where drinking water is put. And this drinking water is supported by a seater, something round made out of banana leaves, banana fibers. You make them round this way. I think you know that round thing which when you put on the head, you carry the pot and the carry. Yeah, that one. So at the corner there is that big seater, then where the water pot is put. So this water pot has lived there for so many. It is a cold corner actually, where there is very, very cold water. So this woman will take my semen samples, my hairs and whatever, and some parts of my clothes, even if it is a pant. You should go raise that pot and then put it down there. Put in between that round seater. Put that one, and then she takes the pot and puts them on top. So that thing is, the pot is here, it is down here. And here is very cold. Remember, here is very cold because that water is always filled in the pot and the ground is very cold. Now, what does this one mean? This one means that it is only me who will be a lover to that woman. When I go into her house and we sleep, my body will be so healthy. I will react, I will be active. But when I go back to Sarah, my body will change because my semens are in the cold. My body will never react. My body will never react. I will never make love to my wife. But when I go back to that kind of red-eyed woman, I behave normal. So she will always laugh and laugh at my wife. So there is that wrangle comes there. You find even my wife runs away. She creates me to be impotent. I become docile when I am with my real wife. But when I go back to her, my body reacts. So you see, that is actually a kind of a woman who is always found. Like in my village here, I hear there are two. Yeah, we know them, but we cannot mention. There are two, and they have made several men die, and several women have run away from their husbands. And some men here are important to their wives. Now, this is the same woman. When you have a milking cow, when your cow has calved down a calf, and you remember when a milking cow has a very big udder down here, she'll normally come and look on those, on the mammary glands. She'll look at the udder and the teats of the cow. Then that udder will turn to be so hard, it will start producing blood instead of milk. And sometimes it goes until it starts producing pus. The boil is created in that. It develops a boil. It gets rotten. So the cow does not produce the milk as usual. So I do not know, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, is this culture only found in Africa and especially in Korea or even in Europe? I don't know. Let us actually just get me right. Let us put our godly culture aside. We know there is God, yes. Let us put the Bible out. Okay, go into your circle of life culturally. You know where your generation is. Are these things found there in your countries where you are? Although you are whites, do you experience such things where you find a cow cannot be milked because somebody has seen it with her red eyes and she has destroyed the udder. And I don't know, do you have also some women who believe they have love potions? Once he, once she snatches you, your husband, she injects love potions. She can put those some border. She has some. We believe there are different types of herbs, traditional herbs. They mix together, and sometimes they take those herbs, they mix with her own period, her own monthly period blood. She mixes and then she puts that herbs powder in your food. She mixes. If she has cooked some food, uh, she has cooked some good meal. The day she welcomes you so much, come today you are eating from me. I've cooked you a very nice meal, and then she mixes that herb in your food, and then you eat. Your, your head totally changes from your wife. Your head totally changes from any other. You will always now be following her. Wherever she goes, you are behind her. That is the red-eyed woman, I'm telling you. Whatever you are doing, you are you are thinking about her. You are, even if she beats you, you are not. You say no, thank you. She beats you, and you say thank you very much. Beat me some more. Because she has she has bewitched you, she has given you those love potions. Now your mindset, now people start laughing at you in the village. People start saying you are a you are a confused fellow, you have become mad, but it is because of this woman who has done you. That is the woman red-eyed woman in a particular home. And she can mean to destroy the whole village. She can mean it to, to destroy cows, milking cows. She can mean to kill babies by looking at them. So it is actually a kind of a mysterious life, a kind of and I'm bringing you into a very typical village. You find child mortality rate, the death rate is higher than the birth rate because of this red-eyed woman. So that is why now, in conclusion, that is why in our culture, you must make a very thorough investigation from where your son is marrying from. You must make a very thorough investigation to where your daughter is getting married to. Those young boys who simply say, okay, I love you, let me marry you, and there you are, without the proper investigations, the backgrounds of those young girls. Those are the people who have brought these red-eyed women in our society. So here it means that uh, for a proper home, like my home, where I am alive as a father, I have always to sit with my sons and the daughters and teach them the morals and teach them not to rush into men they don't know, not to rush to women because they are beautiful. No, they should always go on the upright moral boys or moral girls who, and they have to involve the parents. They have to involve the parents because the parents know so much. Like me, I know the backgrounds of most of these people in my community. Thank you, our ladies and gentlemen. Today, I felt like sharing with you that typical lifestyle. Please don't misunderstand. It is very typical. It is very secretive. I'm telling you, like in my village here, I'm telling you, there are two women, and when we did some statistics. These women have killed almost. In fact, they have killed around 9 men. The two women. One has killed. One has killed. One has killed. Yes, four. Yes, four. One has killed five. Because this one comes gradually. And let me say that we believe that there are these women who kill them because this man was working with this lady, he died. He worked with this one again, the same lady died. So it brings a belief. How can all your five boyfriends die, or husband and the four boyfriends die? A mysterious death. So we believe that it is because of the red-eyed woman. Ladies and gentlemen, let me stop there and actually uh, once more say thank you very much for watching and liking, and actually please subscribe. I'm urging you actually to subscribe and like and share my channel so that, ladies and gentlemen, you can still uplift me, Kohera Senior, and we go ahead. Thank you very much, and let us meet in the next video. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.